What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing really good. Really good. Get this audio check out of the way. And, oh, man. This, this minor achievement, dude. Okay. Sounds like it's coming in all right. We'll call it a win. And we'll drop this over here. And we are up and running. Yeah, this minor achievement. Holy crap. So, it's not a big deal to collect 10,000 units. I don't know what they're saying. 10,000 units of each of the materials. It's not really that big of a deal. You're going to be using that stuff. The issue is there's no way to track it. So you don't know how much you've already collected just through the course of playing the game, which I don't. So there's multiple ways to approach it. You know, you could just keep collecting it until it just finally pops eventually. I kind of want to get it knocked out. So, you know, we made our little set of boxes here and we started going out, and I figured that I wouldn't make it to the 7,500 mark because we basically went and got 2,500 of each item, and then we went and saw if the thing popped or not, and then it didn't. So we went and we did 5,000. So we did another 2,500. Still didn't pop. At that point, this is where I figured I would be. But we have hit 75. With all the materials you can get in Hagga Basin. The only thing we haven't started tracking was Stravidium and Titanium, and it still has not popped. So now we're starting to second guess everything. And this is where all the weird questions start coming in, like, is it bugged? Because why wouldn't it have gone when I expected it to? And then you start thinking, like, well, how much of these materials did I actually collect? What would I possibly be? You know, you start doing all these questions and start second guessing yourself, and then you just keep spiraling into conspiracy. So I'm faced with two options. Either we keep driving on and just get it all done and then go from there, or we can back burner it and come back to it later. And I've kind of been thinking about it, and the route that I'm going to go with this is following. This has actually saved me a whole lot of times with different games. Doesn't really matter. Just finish up the task, dude. Who cares? If it pops, it pops. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What am I freaking out about? And I was getting all, you know, maybe just go do it, dude. Just do it. Just collect the items. Takes an hour. So worst case scenario is once I collect the last 2,500 of every one of these items here in Hagga Basin, either it's going to pop, or if it doesn't, then I know it's the two items that I have to go out to the deep desert to get. So we're just not going to worry too much about it and stop freaking out. You know, it's just an achievement. We got in plenty of time. So I do want to get to some other things that we're going to do. Not too much going on since I didn't build a base out in the deep desert. We don't have to worry too much about that. Since there's the possibility that we will have to go out there for the titanium and stravidiums in order to finish this achievement, I believe this coming week, once the Coriolis storm does its thing and we're set up for a whole new week, we will be back out in the deep desert again. And we will build a base specifically around ore refining. And we'll go out there and get 10,000 worth by hand. At this point, there's still some likely culprits. Salvaged metal and fuel cells are possibilities. Sorry, I got things happening up over here. What are you doing? Technical difficulties. We're still live, though, so you know what? It's just the chat. If you guys say anything, I won't be able to tell. But yeah, so salvage metal and fuel cells definitely have the possibilities. Granite stone is another one that possibly might not be something I could get. I think iron and carbon, I believe they're done because I was refining those. Well, you know what? I really can't say that because the carbon, I don't know how much carbon I actually gathered by hand. Because right around that steel carbon era is where we came into the buggy and a cutter ray laser on that. So that's anything from there on. Stop. Anything from there on is definitely a possibility of not hitting 10,000 before I switch to buggy mining. So I have to think about it. But there has been a good bit of chaos. There we go. We're coming back now. There's been a good amount of chaos involved in this because with these boxes, like if you look at my sand crawler, this is all overflow. This is stuff that I collected and I don't have space in any of the storage. I shouldn't say that. I could store it somewhere else, but the reason I say I don't have any storage space for this is I have a box specifically for basalt stone and for the plastone, and it's full. Same thing with aluminum, carbon, all of these things are completely full. So we had to find places to store all that junk. And this box is filled with the overrun from the last time. So this is actually going from the 7,500 into the 10. So let's disperse that where it needs to go. We'll bring these guys over. The last time we did this, we did run into a little bit of a organization problem. So we're going to, excuse me, we're going to do copper. And we're going to do granite, and then we're going to pop this guy in here. So this should be okay. And then we're going to put aluminum in the other box. And I think we go here, and then carbon goes into... Iron still goes in here. But carbon goes in the other one because it's so much lighter. And then, of course, we still need fuel cells and all that kind of stuff. I did read up on this a little bit. Some people are saying that coming into a safe area like your base can also be a spot where things will catch up to you because it just doesn't pop while you're doing it. You have to be in a relatively safe area of some kind or something to that effect. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. What the hell do I know? But so we're going to snag some of these items that are just right out here, what I think are my most likely culprits. Interesting. I think that's the little extra mission people. So. Okay. It really does hurt seeing these low totals, like 144 coming off those fuel cells when I know I can get like 800 or something like that off the buggy. It's garbage, man. But it's what we do, right? You're over there. We have been drinking water every chance we get out of our canteen. No idea how much we're on that one. We are definitely not going to sit here and count 1,000 sips of water. Yeah, we're having a party time. I'll put you over here. But there's also a brighter side to this is we are we're finishing some things off. Once we get the boxes full of these guys, then we know we're done. We know for a fact that we have collected 10,000 items of each one of these categories. So in the event we don't get it, at least we know we got to go out into the deep desert. It's very possible because you just don't get good quantities out there. Um, Grabbing this stuff by hand. And although a little bit of paint would be all right though. Although I know I've gotten a lot, and in my head it would be way more than 10,000 of both of those materials. Looking back on it, that Stravidium worries me. Because it's just a very low yield. Stop. It's a very low yield when you mine it by hand. It's not that impressive when you're getting it with the buggy either, but it's at least it's better. Okay. Getting there. Half full. Look at that. Oops, sorry. So we've already done really well on both of those. We're still going to though. It's right outside our door. So makes sense to grab. I think that's the good route. Oh, there's that one box of fuel cells. It's the first time for some basalt stone. So I'll put you there. I don't know if you'll remember, but last stream I was all weirded out by the fact that we passed. Oh, hey, buddy! Whoa, okay. That we passed a spice bloom that was in a safe area. I was like, dude, it's not supposed to happen anymore. And I was all weirded out and made a big stink of it. And after I turned the stream off, I was like, oh, let me go get that. Yeah, it wasn't safe. As soon as we hit the ground, we got worm sign. I was like, oh, well, okay. My mistake. We still got it all. I mean, yeah, but... So, nope. No complaints to ye old Funcom on that one. That was not a bad thing. All right, let's get this back here. Whoa. Okay. So we will start dropping more of these items off, but I don't know how much we're going to, much time we're going to dedicate to this. I say that and then end up dedicating a bunch of time to it. Yep, good. All right, so we're doing well there. Doing okay here. And yeah. All right, it's a start. And we can do some fuel cells here. Cool, we already got 500 stacks, so there you go. That's some. Now, the reason I did that is because it's just right outside, so we'll get that first, and we'll fill up the assault, I guess, with some of the other materials, like the carbon, the rest of the copper we need, and of course, the aluminum. Aluminum is one that I honestly can't, I can't get on board with needing it. Collected so much aluminum, and even though it was in that time frame, same thing with basalt stone. It was not uncommon for me to go by a thopter when I was just didn't want to be bothered by driving the buggy across the desert from base. It's back when I was down in Western Vermilius Gap down in the south there, right on the edge of Shoal. So I just need a little bit. So I didn't want to drive the buggy over there and take forever. And what I also ended up doing in that case was I would, of course, I'm there. I couldn't just go get 1 or 2 stacks and fly back. I would get a full assault or a full scout load. So, there's 500 to 700 of each of those materials that I was loading up with and flying back. Sometimes I'd get fuel cells, some other things, but I was still mining pretty heavily in the shield walls in the early days with the handheld cutter array. So aluminum, basalt, I can't see myself not having got 10K by hand, but at this point, it doesn't matter. So What would really be a shame is if it actually was Stravidium this whole time, and by starting here, I just spent a lot of, several hours collecting materials I didn't need. I mean, it's what it is, right? So, okay, we dropped our stuff off. I want to talk about something else. And like I said, this has made me fill up on materials pretty heavily. This is a section where I put all the etherealite crystals. And you see we're full. And we're full. And we're mostly full. Well, about half. And that's because this should have a bunch in it, right? Yep. So that maxed out. That's wonderful. And there should be a little bit in here. Oh, there's a ton in there. So here I've got 1,000 cobalt paste. Oh, and by the way, we're full down here too. That's full. That's full. This is mostly full. If there's any bright light here, it's the fact that it's too full. We won't have to collect a whole lot of materials anymore because we done filled up on them. So I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We are actually going to skip. Nope, nope, nope. Go away. Thank you. We are going to grab this box and we're going to move some of the cobalt paste. We're going to move it to the buggy. I'll take 1,000, right? Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to split this, take it to 250, bring that over, and then we'll bring this one back. So, I got about 1,250 that we have stowed in our buggy. We're not going to leave it there. When I started getting to the point where I just had too much materials, because I always did kind of want to fill up all the boxes, to have a complete box full of steel and then have a complete box where it's all the raw iron and then like the raw carbon. So that way, if I ever needed any, I had full boxes, and then when I had to make them, I had full boxes as well. And I always thought, oh, that'd be really cool. I got it now. That's why my sand crawler is completely filled up, So we're there. And I thought about what I can do with this. Some of this stuff, like salvage metal, if I ever have too much of that, we just go outside and drop it on the ground. Fuel cells, we'll just make sure every generator we have is full. We'll make a bunch of spice infused ones for whatever. And then we just don't collect fuel cells anymore. Granite and basalt stone. Granite, not so much. I got so much granite I could afford to just drop it everywhere. But what we did decide to do was we took some of these higher end resources and we took them to Arakeen and we stuck them up in the auction house. And we're going to go see at one point if those things have sold. Hopefully they have. We put some steel for a very, very cheap price, and we put duraluminum for a cheap price, some other stuff. So hopefully those will have sold. I kind of am a little concerned about, like I said, like I could go find somebody who's just starting off in the game and just drop all this stuff in their lap. Be like, here you go, bro. Which, yeah, that sounds kind of fun, but also that's, killing a large portion of the game for them. Which is kind of poopy. But let's do this. We'll drink some water. So, yeah. But in the auction house, selling it for a good price. At least they're out there making the money to sell or to be able to buy it. I got to do something about this hangar. The assaults have a bit of trouble getting out of there today. So I need to make at least one hire, and I don't have a whole lot of options for that. because I've got another hanger on top of this one. So I got to go make the one upstairs bigger so I can make the one downstairs bigger. And I'm pretty sure I'm maxed on my current height. So we're going to have to get a staking unit and increase some vertical again. Sorry, that just entered my head as we non-skillfully maneuvered this beast out of that hangar. Alright, so we're just basically doing the same path. We're going to come here and we're going to grab a bunch of materials and hopefully... I don't know if we're going to completely fill up. I guess we could. To get everything that makes us hit that 10K mark. Oh, God. Come on. Funcom, you gotta... They gotta fix these blades. She sunk down in the ground, I think, a little bit. Okay, so there's that. You know, I just remembered the whole reason we stopped and I showed you the cobalt paste was because we also made a butt ton of iron and steel and some other stuff, but we never checked that refinery before we just headed out, so it's alright. It'll just be sitting there waiting for us. Really? I'm getting all cocky there. I don't know if you saw that. I'll deny it. Boop. So yesterday, we went to an anime convention, and it was awesome. We had a great time. We got to see quite a few voice actors that got some autographs signed, got some memorabilia. It was a very good time. A little expensive. Spent some money. Oh, that's right. This one has two. Well, that tells you how many times we've been here. But, yeah, it was really fun. I'll show you something I got once we be there safe. That's a good one, huh? Gonna be one of them nights, huh? Okay. Oh, come on, I was close enough. Pretty sure. I did sell some on the auction house. I sold some taro cutter arrays for an incredibly good price, and I'm pretty sure the person that bought them from me just turned around and stuck them up for the ridiculous price people are usually selling them for. So I don't think that I quite made the world a better place in that little endeavor. I think for some of those types of items, I might... Bro, calm down. I think for those kind of items, it might just be better to message the server I'm in directly. Don't remember if there was carbon back in the boxes. Not sure. Come on, dude. Gotta run. And I know we're dying of thirst here, but that's okay. The heat stroke will be fine. That just makes us have to do that more. And we need sips of water. And everything. Oh, look at this little copper sitting over here all by itself. We will absolutely take you. Okay, we'll hit buttons though. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, now we gotta organize it all out. Let's see, we'll bring you down here. You go there and there. You come over and you come down here. So, there we go. Getting there. It's pretty good spread. Knock out almost all of 4 items. Is pretty cool. Where was a good one? There's a good one. I think I was... Yeah, I guess that's the one I was looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11. At least 10. Oh, we're coming in hot, weren't we? So I was... Oh, come on. How did that fill up? What did I do? Oh, I must have drank water instead of... Of course. Wrong button. That was pretty close, though. Let's take an actual look here. I might be getting done. Nope. I was going to say I might be getting pretty close to being done with this, but no, we're not. Well, yeah, I guess we are. So we only need 700 more. So, yep. Is there enough here? It might be. Go find out right now. Right now. Yep. Ooh, I don't think that was enough to finish it, was it? Nope, we need one more, and there's not one more up here. You bastard. Of course there isn't, right? Guess if I really wanted to be fancy with this, we could have dropped a whole lot. Like, I'm still carrying a ton of gear. Gear that I'm not using for this. Which would have given us more backpack space, but to be honest, when you're mining in a safe area, take your time, right? I haven't really been paying attention to how close we are to filling this bad boy up, though. Let's see. We're getting there. Just one more of these guys. Should be enough. Oh, you know what's really cool, though? is after this, I know I got 10K, so I don't care. So anything over the 2,500, yeah, we're dropping it on the ground. I am not bringing it back. There is no, I'll save it for next time. Especially not for carbon. I can snag that somewhat. Oh boy. Ooh. Really? Thanks. All right. How great, oh my gosh, how great would it be if picking up the nodes on the ground is what it actually meant? Oh, that would be great. All right, so I just need a little bit more actually. Damn it. Drop a bunch. None here? Ah, yeah, there we go. Actually, I don't need the full thing here, but we might as well. Perfect. Okay, so what we can do is we can just walk up here, hit F, which automatically deposits it. Then we'll mistakenly get in because we're an idiot, and once again, we're stuck behind with folding wings. Okay, there we go. And we'll pull out our sword for no reason. And we'll go here. So, I've got my full 500. So this, we're going to put in our backpack, and then we're going to jump back out, and we're going to drop the hell out of that. And we are done collecting carbon, as far as I'm concerned, for all of time. I can't foresee a time when I'm going to need to use as much of this stuff, the 10,000 that I've collected. I just don't do anything in the steel tier as much as I used to. So, good riddance, I guess, you know. That one's done. And again, it does kind of annoy me that I have to go to a certain area in order for this thing to pop. Because if it popped now, I'm done. I'll go do something else. But I have to get in this thing and change the map in order to know for sure. That's a pain in the butt, man. Pain in the ass. Okay, so we're almost done with aluminum too. We'll go up top here, and then we'll head on back. And if we're lucky, the fuel cells and the fuel cells and the salvage metal and all that stuff, that should have respawned, so we should be good. We can harvest those again, and that might finish those off as well. So I want to focus and make sure that I get aluminum done here. Because the other materials I can get in other locations, like copper's right outside my front door, and the granite will be over in the same place as the iron is. So, but the aluminum is the main thing, and if I can fill this bird up with the total amount of aluminum I need, I don't know if I'll be able to though. The other fun thing is I don't honestly have to bring it back. It never says you got to bring it back. All it says is to collect it, and I just did, you know. The minute it hits my backpack, she's collected. So theoretically, I could just drop everything, especially since this is the last run. Oh, we're getting close. This will be effectively, you know, the last run of this junk I have to do. But it's also like me to accidentally lose track of it, so it's better this way. Is that full? We're not. Wow, we just put 500 copper in. Oh, we're close. Well, I guess we'll just grab some of this granite that's here, and we'll call it. So slow. Such slowness. I think that's it, though. I mean, that'll fill. Yeah, that'll be good enough. So I've become completely reliant on these, on my thrusters, because this monstrosity is just so hard to fly and get off the ground. I don't know if it's just me or if it's an assault wide problem, but man, sometimes she just will not get off the damn ground. I'm like, dude, come on, hello. That's one of the reasons why I don't like taking this thing into risky situations, because she just will not go. When I'm out doing spice or flower sand or something like that in a small, I'll use this for flower sand because it used to be so much less scary. Still can be if you know where to go. Less scary, that is. Um, I'll never say, but message me. Um, but like for spice, man, I definitely use the scouts just for the snappiness and the quick evacs, just in case things are going wrong. Yep, that stuff is respawned, so that's good. Through the wall. Going to be good enough for today. Okay. So let's see here. We got coppers. We got some granite we can drop off. It's freaking hot in here, everybody. Holy cow. Beep, beep, beep. All right, so almost done there. That's great. Almost done here. Iron goes there, so we're done that side. We got nothing in here yet. Ugh. Alright, one of them is done. We'll put that down in the bottom so it stays out of the way. So, one's finished. The other ones are close. I got the coffee here to keep me from yawning, folks. So hopefully that'll work. God, this sucks. We stay with it. We can do this. We can get through. Real quick, I want to talk about Landsraad. If you're not part of a guild, you're missing out, because half the stuff I do is Landsraad stuff now, even though we don't do a whole lot. So far this week, we got good old House Moritani. I saw that they had the compact compactor. I am currently using the last one of those I have, and I've kind of gotten used to it, so we're going to keep the faith there. And I ended up making a bunch of Regis Karpov 38s. That was very expensive, material-wise and everything, spice melange. But what else am I going to use it for? And I did not have the Moritani Still Suit Armor Swatch. Don't know if I really need it. I don't even know what it looks like. Might be ugly as hell. But so we decided to push this all the way up to that 14. Unfortunately, you get 1237, so we went 800 points higher than 14, but we had to make sure we hit 14. So we got that. So tomorrow, we're going to go visit House Moritani and get our compact compactor. 10K Solari is nothing to laugh at. I mean, but here is House Tacita. Don't know. This was the one with the radiated slag. We had to fly around down in Shoal, go get those. 13 per each piece. That was a real crappy exchange rate, and getting to that 10,504, that's efficiency. Did take several days worth of working. The reason we did that is because we needed pincushion boots. Having an extra syndicate chest plate also doesn't hurt. And 10K Solari, nothing to laugh at. Fluted caliber compressors. I have some. I don't know if I'm really going to need any. We didn't do any of these, and we didn't do most of these, but we did do this one. This was the one we screwed up on, where I pulled all the manifests I had over, and then was like, oh, I got to remember to check it before I turn them in, and then didn't, and turned every single one of them in. So we got 24,000 points. Yeah. I did need the light armor from House Waku, so there it is. It's just a great example of don't assume you're going to remember. Just do the math in your base. Thankfully, it was ship manifests. There's a lot of worse things that I could have screwed up on and gave tons of it away. So it still sucks, but is what it is. Let's see. Where's the next one? I don't think I did any in these. Yeah, so we did none of those and none of these. Right here? No, right here. Yep. This is Maas Kharet. Dude, I love killing these guys. How did I miss this one? Well, I mean, they don't really have anything that I cared that much about. I don't have the Spinet armor swatch, but I can live without it. But I did get a couple kills on those guys. I went and visited them for a little bit, and we're going to definitely try to do this tonight. I mean, 23 per, so you basically kill 4 of them, you get 100 points. I only need to kill 12 of these guys to get the 700. Might as well get an extra 10k Solari for my, the feud. But, yeah, so we're going to do that. That was the only things here. And then finally, we have this one, which is to kill House Harkonnen troops. Now, this is twofold. First off, I didn't try this at all. A lot of this was done just getting irradiated slag. And the reason this matters is because the Master Assassin achievement is to kill 500 troops from your enemy faction. So each one of these that I got was counting towards that without even knowing it. I have no idea where I'm at on that. I don't even know how to check. We're going to have to do the same thing here where I'll kill 20 of them or so and then 25 and we'll fly off and see what happens. It doesn't count deserters, so they have to be active bad guy troops. And since I'm Atreides, mine were down there in Shoal where I was getting irradiated slag, so it was like, sweet, this works perfect. But yeah, we at least got some Diamond Blade parts. And, the rest of this stuff wasn't too concerned about. But yeah, this just happened, as we were doing things. So the big wins here are those, pincushion boots and the pincushion pants. No. Pincushion chest piece. These two. We are only missing gloves. And then we will have the full pincushion suit. And then I don't know what we're going to do. We'll probably get more compact compactors. And finally start paying attention to the wings. I got several sets of like the hummingbird and the albatross wings. And we'll start using them instead. But yeah, so that was it. That was our adventures in the Landsraad. Okay, so let's switch back to you. See, a scout just flies right at him, man. Zoom, and we're gone. This is how we like to play right here. Drifted off the hillside there a little bit. We need a little bit of copper, so we'll go ahead and grab it since we're standing right here. Sweet. I think that might be all the copper we need. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see. Wing. Run. What are you doing standing there? Put you down here. Choo 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 choo. Flying around. Same places I've been a bunch of times. I was trying to think whether or not I picked up anything that was in excess, but I guess it was not. So hopefully the plan will be to finish this and head to Arakeen so we could check to see how we did in the auction house, or if we still have items there. We'll take some more and drop more off. And once we do that, if we're lucky, this thing will pop. We are not going after a Theorite. And Jasmium, we're not going to worry about that too much either. Alright, let's go get a quick total. Let's see where we stand. We got to empty out the refinery. Man. No, we got to pick some marks. Well, it's here's what it cost us. So be you know what? We got to see how strong it still is. It's still got some life on it. Okay, you go in there. No, we're back in the sixes these days. Alright, so we still need a little bit more, I guess. Looks like we still need one more load of copper, too. Good God, man, it never ends. Never ends, never ends, never ends. At least we know we got all of them, right? Exact same load. Oh my lord. It's good enough. Lord help us. It's getting really hot in here. Alright, so we're going to run over here to the repair. And we'll go ahead. Power pack needs it as well. Everything else be okay. Alright, big guy, let's see how you did. Pretty darn good, huh? We'll put them in the buggy. Because we're going to take all of this stuff with us. And more. When we go to Arakeen, and we'll put this stuff up in the market. Because, to be honest with you, we were just trying to create space here. Yeah, like if you pick any one of these boxes, man, we are loaded pretty good. Bursting at the seams with resources. So let's do this. We will make a bunch of steel. I like to do under 500 because 500 is the maximum. So, you know, anything beyond that, like if say you put in there like 550, when it goes into storage, it's going to be a stack of 500 and then a stack of 50. And these things do have a limited amount of space that they can hold. So do almost 500 or 500 exact, but don't get too crazy. Don't do like 600. That's just wasting space, and you're probably not going to stand around here and watch it, you know. So for something, usually be fine. And look at that, I can only do 495. Why? It's at the Jasmium. We are low. I got so much of that stuff at the monastery, so we'll go ahead and do that. Still doing great on water. We got a bunch of materials that are coming out. Perfect. Let's go get some iron. We need iron, one more copper, and a pretty good amount of granite. So we need, one more copper. Let's just say 1,000 granite, and then a full load of steel. And one, I don't know. We may not need to worry about that. We can get the that stuff right outside, right? And we definitely need a bigger hangar door. We are scraping paint every single time. Usually I would do the iron run with the scout because it's just so much quicker. But I think we're gonna, and look, down ship. We're gonna take the, sorry, we're gonna take this bad boy because we're going for bulk right now. I was flying around yesterday, just collected spice, and somebody flew over my head. I was like, oh, friend, but they were already on their way to going and doing something. So, come on, man. So we didn't have time to introduce ourselves and talk. But it was good to see somebody else on the server. I don't know if he actually is. I'm going to go ahead and say he was a fan. So that's why he chose the server. Boop. I don't get a whole lot there, do we? So we need a ton of that. And we just need 2 lines of that one. So very touchy. Got a lot of granite over here, huh? Yeah, we can get 2. All right. So slow and meaningful. Oh, come on. Thought I could get 2 of those. Guess I was wrong. Low and deliver it. Should just sugar wire up here, man. We are losing a lot of time in our transitions. Okay, let's transfer this over and then let's take a look how we are doing. Go down here and there, so that should be good. We should be done with granite, I think. And we're a third of the way through there. All right. Yep, so we're not going to grab any more granite. And we're not going to grab any more copper. Oh, wait, we needed a little bit of baby copper, didn't we? We're just going to do this. That'll work. No matching items. Oh, big girl. Get up off the ground. Oh, we'll grab you. That hurt me, and now I'm stuck in the wings. I think we can get this and those power cells without maxing up. Good. Cool. Yeah, easy there, buddy. Yeah, I didn't think I grabbed any of these yet. So I go out in the deep desert. I see a lot of people using assaults to gather and harvest spice. I don't know how they do it, man. It just hurts my soul. Come on. Just so ungainly. Why are you over here? Haha. I didn't even know it switched. When it all comes... Wow, what's going on? Stop, stop, stop. When it all comes down to it, this isn't as difficult as, you know, it first appears. It's a pain in the ass is what it is, but this isn't all that bad. I complain about it far more than I should. Come on. How we doing? Better safe than sorry. So we just need, I think, 2 more. I think it's 2 more iron. We got plenty of space for it, so it should be good. Oh, we can find those pretty easy over here. See? Come on. Get up off the ground. Holy crap. Where's this been the whole time, you know? Been right here all week. Been nice to know. Worm getting upset somewhere. Alright, how we looking? There we go. Alright, so this we're going to put in our backpack because we have all of that. Copper should have been everything we needed, so if we can find some more fuel cell. What in God's name is going on over here? Dude, it sounded like he was right on top of me. I legit scared. Alright, so all those other fuel cells that we normally been getting, they should have respawned by now, so. As hot as it is in this room, probably shouldn't be drinking coffee. It's probably part of the problem, you idiot. Oh, let's see. Yep, good. Thank you. So we'll just work our way back. Why are you yelling at me? He's still grumbling over there. Ooh, we hit the ground a little hard on that one. Just a wee bit of health damage. Be alright. Might as well get some of this while we're here, because we know we're going to need it. And we currently have, the space. Gonna definitely have to move you in there. Okay, good and great. Has it been an hour already? But this is so much fun. Stop your bouncing. Stop it, stop it. Now, it's funny, I was talking about wanting to like provide resources that I've collected for people and stuff like that, and one thing I don't ever use is the Hagga base in chat, which is a shame. It's definitely a way I could find some people, I believe. Okay, what do we got here? I think we went a little overboard on that, but it's okay. There are worse things. Yeah. So you go there, and you go there. and then you come back. So yeah, we did go a little too crazy. Did not get enough copper. I have to get one more thing of copper, and then that'll give us some extra. And now we're at 500 there. Okay, so that's good. And then these guys, boop, 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 all of them. Sweet. So a little bit of copper and a little bit of basalt stuff, and we're done. Then we need aluminum. It's granite. We didn't get any aluminum. What am I talking about here? Okay, so we need a little bit, right? It's 200. 200 there. Now, what's in these two spots? Well, one of them is going to be the ethereorite crystals. We are not going to go get those. No. Screw you guys. No. The other one would be what? Jasmium. That's down at the other base, and we've already got that. I went ahead and just said, you know what, screw this. And I collected the extra 2,500 to finish off the last batch of that. So I didn't have to go back down there, so it's done. So honestly, the only thing that we've got to get left is, we'll say, is that 600? 5, 6, we'll say 7. 700 aluminum, 200 fuel cells, and then 3 stacks full of basalt and a little bit of copper. And we can luckily do almost all of that very quickly right behind us. I am not going to remember any of the things that I just said, so we'll have to play it by ear. But in this area, we will find everything we need. We just may not remember how much of it we needed. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't think so. We shall see. May grab another one of those just in case. This I remember I need to stop trying to quit. I need 700. No, I don't want to enter it. There's our copper right over there. Need far too much of that. I don't think we can get everything we need in a single run. Should be able to pull 60 before it breaks, right? That should do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Why do you suppose they made it a mine this crap by hand? Are we done? They didn't have to. How? They didn't have to do the mining this all by hand. And I guess the concept there was it might have been a little ridiculous if they just did the, mining it in general. But I almost would have preferred larger numbers, like much bigger quantities than this 10K by hand. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Yeah. Kind of drifted off to the side there on that one. I saw it. Oh, it's those guys. Hey, what's up, fellas? I think those are Atreides people. We're going to kill them and find out. Ah, sandfly gear. Guess it was a chome. Chome thing. Alright. How soon until we're full? Oh, we still got some time. Oh, I'm sitting on iron. Not iron. I'm sitting on aluminum. It's probably not going to be cuttable. Yep. Went too far into the ground. So we'll come over here. Start over. Look at this guy getting... Come here, bud. Oh. Yeah, that's how it was going to end no matter what. What did I just get a Landsraad task for? Is there a thing to kill sandflies? Maybe that wasn't a sandfly. Oh. You die. He had a drill shot. Look at you, fancy boy. Okay, I'm not going to pick up either one of those because I might throw my counts off. I don't know if they matter that much. Yeah. Okay. I need a bunch of that. I don't remember. I think I need 750 of that. I don't remember that one. Let's just get, we're just gonna get aluminum until we can't anymore. I don't think it's gonna take us long to build up, though. Come on. Might be a little tough. There we go, we got it. Thank you. Well, there we are, we're full. What does this leave us with? That's enough to get one more. There was one right down there by that tower, but don't care. So we won't... Man, I keep hurting myself. Oh, we're almost out of water there. I can't believe I thought we'd have dropped some on the ground. Guys, your base is empty here. Still got power somewhere else? Yeah, they're good. All right. Yeah, I put some worm statues on the outside. I don't know if I want to keep them, though. I guess say some Shai-Hulud statues on the outside. Oh, we needed a bunch. We needed way more than we thought. We did that one wrong. Okay, so now we need 750. Oh, wait. We did get copper, though, right? Yeah. Pulled 60 copper. That gets us enough of that. That gets thrown on the ground. Actually, we'll just throw it in here. We still need... We need 750 basalt and 300 of the salvage metal. So 750, 300. We could try to remember that, right? That's nice that you're full. Put this over here. And I think we're going to be way full here. Yep. Boom. All right, so we're good. We're good. We just need 50 of these bad boys. We need 750 of that, and we need 300 of this. So you know what we're going to do? We don't have to go back up because you can do a run right out our front door and get all that material. So we need 300 of this. Unfortunately, we're going to get 144, and then we'll get 280. So we're going to have to get that 2 more times. But there are worse things. Put you down here. Come on. I gotta get used to using the wheel. But yeah, the wheel to switch things. I gotta train myself a little better. I also gotta train myself to be able to see around this stupid boom mic, man. When it gets here, I always psych myself out. Come on. Thanks. Ooh, we went way low there. All right, 125. This will be 250. So we need 4 more of these bad boys. This should complete our fuel cell requirement and some extra. So we don't need those anymore. Come on. There's that one and this one. So we just need 2 more of these. Thanks. Not go in? Matching items. I gotta get more of that just in case. Perfect. Okay. Aim is getting worse and worse. Do. These are Maas Kharet. As you can see, we got Landsraad tasks. And we need to kill a couple of these guys in order to get our 10k Solari. I don't think... There should have been another person there, but I'm not seeing them. I like floating around. Oh, I can't believe I hit that person. Why aren't they dying? Fine, we'll do it this way. No. Hopefully that's... Okay, good, yeah. We want to drop all that. And those sleepy people. But they're not shooting up a flare, so they don't need anything from me. Came in a little hot, and then we backed her up a little too far, too. Okay, what do we got? We got you, and then we got you. So there we go. 500, 500, 500, 500. Last thing we need is 300 of these, and we went a little overboard, so fine. Shoot, 300 total. Let's drop these in here just because we don't want to see them anymore. So there we go. And now we'll go to the second box. We got 500 aluminum, 500 carbon, and looks like I went a little overboard on that too. Alright, so the only thing we're missing are jasmium and ethereite. I'm going to bet that I got at least 2,500 ethereite crystals by hand, because I would go in there a lot. Go in there a lot with my ornithopter. So I kind of prefer that over the buggy, because it just took the buggy so long to get there. The buggy was nice because ethereite crystals are a pain in the ass to mine with your hand thing, because they angles and the positioning. But I actually also cleared an entire one of those little station areas, going through it and running back and forth, dropping materials off. So I had my assault sitting outside. We packed that bad boy full. So, and I've also done that a couple times with the buggy. So this should have taken care of every bit of the Hagga basin. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take a little break because I got to get something to drink. We got to get, drop the heat in this room for just a bit. But we're going to let it sit. Just kind of let it be itself. When we come back, we're going to load up that assault thopter with some stuff that we're going to sell. We're going to take a trip to Arakeen and see what the auction house says. Going to Arakeen should also cycle any achievements. If it doesn't pop, then we might just go to the deep desert just to kind of hang out for a second. See if that makes it pop. If not, it's what it is. But I'm going to hit the be right back. And literally, I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. Okay, see, short time. It was 84 in here. Holy cow. I got that AC on. I got to. I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't come through. You actually listen in. Stick that right here. See if it comes through. Oh. You know what? We're going to let it go. All right, so we're going to, I want to show you something. Look, I got a box. A box. This was something I picked up at the convention that we went to. And I really like it. There are multiple animes that I like. But one of my favorite characters is this guy right here, Mr. Rengoku, and you can kind of see he's got like a little background image. It's like a really thick plexiglass stuff. It's really cool. I'm really excited about that. And I have several Mr. Rengoku shirts. And I just found out that next month, the individual that does his voice, the voiceover actor, is going to be at a convention next month in one state away. And I live on the border of that state, so awesome sauce. So we're going to be heading over to that direction in early November. We're going to see if we can get some signature stuff. And eventually I'll show you my Demon Slayer collection. I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got 3 different autographs from voice actors. Really got to support those guys. They don't get paid enough. If you're a fan of anime, or even if you're not, voice acting doesn't pay as well as you would think. So, always happy to support people who make something that I really like. So, that was awesome. But yeah, so we got my Mr. Rengoku. I have a figure that I bought as well. But, anywho, Demon Slayer is a great anime. Infinity Castle, awesome. Not too thrilled about waiting as long as we're going to have to, but it's what it is. Okay, so I came down here for no reason whatsoever. Well, no, actually, I didn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, and I'm going to take some more duraluminum. We're going to stick that in the assault copter. We do not need that in there. But, yep. Let's do 1,000, right? Bigger stuff, the more it costs. Tell you what we'll do also. We're going to grab a little bit of plastanium. Now, I haven't been making a whole lot of that, but we're about to. If this little adventure decides, come on, to continue. We're going to end up having to make a whole bunch of that stuff if we've got to get 10,000 worth. I'm hoping not. So, we're going to come up here. And that is where we are going to drop our... I'll tell you what, we'll go to the buggy because we know we want to bring this stuff. 1,500. Boy, she's going to be close. Oh, I had some duralumin already. Okay, so we're going to go to our assault doctor, and we're not going to carry these along. Looks like we're not going to get as much as we hoped, huh? 350 ain't gonna fit. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Split you in half, and we'll drop this off. And that gets us pretty close, doesn't it? Split. We won't be able to. So we'll just take the 250. I'll take the rest of this. So we're going to head to Arakeen, and we're going to the auction house, where we will see how well the stuff that we already left there has sold. Oh, man. Tell you what, we're gonna... Can't leave this thing hanging out. Look at that. It's killing me to not straighten that out, but, You know what? That was close enough. Why are you so high up in the air, bro? And then we are off to Araking. I set up to sell the agave seeds. I don't know if you remember, because we did it at the end of the stream. I put a taro cutter array up there for I think it was 100, and that sold. We put some agave seeds, and then we put some military grade controller things. I think they were, and I went to Arakeen the next day, and everything was sold. We will see if people is buying resources these days. I don't know if they are. If not, we'll take it all back home. If nose damage be all right. It's a good thing that doesn't count. If that counted as actual damage, man, I couldn't afford my repair bills because I am smashing into everything. All right, let's get a little bit of height. Because sometimes when I try to go over here, I will end up being too close to the Hagga circle, and it constantly makes me go back into. The last time I did achievements on stream, it took almost 30 minutes before transitioning from one place to another. It registered. All right, should be down here if we're gonna get it. Come on. Okay. Not a good sign. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to check my orders. Nobody bought. Oh, no, look at that. Everything sold. I did not ask ridiculous prices. People are asking ridiculous prices for this stuff. I needed to get rid of it because I had made so damn much. So as you can see, I did 250 for steel ingots and then 500 for duraluminum. So let's take a look at the buy, and we will look at refined resources. See, here's a guy selling aluminum for 4. But no one's selling duraluminum. And nobody's selling steel. We are not. So, okay, well, we're just going to do the same thing. We'll put up duraluminum for 500 each because I don't care. Doesn't bother me. Don't need to make... Wow. I don't need to make tons and tons and tons of money. Now, one good thing about this is they have now set it, you pull directly from the vehicle's inventory, which is outstanding. So, for this, we're going to sell. We'll put it up for 7 days, although honestly I don't think I need to because it's never been showing up there. And we're going to drop this down to 500 again. Like I said, I don't have to make tons of money off of this stuff. And if this helps somebody get something that they, aren't quite ready for, more power to them. It cost me $20,000 to put it up, and I get $250,000 back. So there we go. Let's see, and let's do the other one. We'll do the same thing. We'll do 500. Put it up there for 7 days. Because it's half the amount. That's why these are different. So, Plastanium. Now this we're going to get a little more greedy on this. Keep in mind, somebody's selling aluminum for thousands. I'm going to leave this at 1,000. That's still an incredibly good price. But for me, it's fine. It's 500,000 Solari if it sells. That'll be cool. Cobalt paste. Let's see. How much do we want to sell this for? I think we're going to leave that at 1,000 as well. Be another 500,000. I've seen it go for like 5 or 6. So 1,000 is great for me. Same thing. And then finally some aluminum. We're going to put this one in at 500. And we'll list that for 7 days as well. And we'll hit the button. So now you see here I've got 236,000 Solari on me in the bank, whatever. But I haven't picked up my orders yet. So when we go to my orders, it'd be great if some of the things I already sold were in here. You're going to see these numbers go up substantially. So 236, let's keep that in our head. And when we take it, now we're at 486. And now we're at 601. 611. Now we're at 800. These won't jump up quite as much. 986. We are officially a millionaire. That is the first time in this game that I have surpassed 1,000,000 Solari. I usually spent my money as soon as I got it. Didn't hoard it. A lot of the money I spent was in staking units. I really haven't bought too much stuff. So the Solari portion of this game wasn't something I played around with. That's why I'm a little behind the power curve. I know some people have millions and millions and billions. But for us, we didn't do that. So, yay, we're a millionaire now. Which would be okay. I mean, the stuff that we really would want. Oh, no, not social stuff. Like, let's look for. Let's just go. I guess we should buy social stuff. It really wants us to. Somebody had pincushion gloves. I mean, see these? Supposedly the Saturnine is one of the best stilsives to get. As far as how much it costs to craft it and what you get out of it. Yeah, doesn't look like anybody's selling pincushion stuff anymore. Nobody's selling any of the things. For tools, schematics. Yeah, see this guy selling a Taro cutaway for 815. I sold mine for 100. It's a good chance he bought mine and now put it up here for 8. It's a lot of money. I look at this sometimes and I wonder certain things like here, Emperor's Wings, right? That's nothing for me. They're Emperor's Wings Mark 1. I don't know how far up the Emperor's Wings go. Well, at least a Mark 4, huh? So I wonder who put this up here. And looks like it's the same amount of time. So I'm thinking it was the same person put 3 of them. And selling them for 500 is either another person like me who doesn't really care about making tons and tons of money off this stuff, or I think it's like possibly a newer player who trying their hand at the market. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna buy it. I don't need it, but we'll buy it, and hopefully somebody will come back and be like, "Oh, somebody bought one of my things. It's so cool." It's criminal. That is just criminal. But there we go. So, yep, that's what we've doing here with this god awful achievement. Trying to get it. So, with all this excess stuff that we have, we're just coming to the market and selling it for really good prices. And I'm hoping that individuals who need it are be able to get it. It's not just somebody buying from me cheap and immediately turning around and relisting it. That would be kind of poopy. I have no control over it, but hey, hopefully we're doing good out there. The other option that I have is to try to circumvent the auction house there and just do like a direct trade with somebody, but they have to be, they're on my server and I'd have to meet with them. Whereas this way I don't ever interact with them other than clicking buttons that they click buttons as well. But if you're on my server and you have some needed materials, let me know. We will trade for Solari, and I don't mind giving decent prices. I'm not out to screw people over. We're just going here in the off chance that stupid thing cycles. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that's why it took so long to get into Arakeen. It didn't. But in the back of my head, I'm going to be like, oh, it must have kicked, but because it took so long to load, we didn't see it. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. Oh, boom. That's the case right there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I don't have to do this anymore. Yes. I don't know why I didn't kick an Arakeen, but there it was. I knew I got enough stuff out of here. I knew that. So I wonder what it was that we collected today that kicked it up so high. There was a little bit of me that thought doing this tonight that I was going to collect just, one stack of everything so that I would know, oh, it was this. But then I thought about it, and let's say I'm missing two things, I'd never know. So I was like, screw it, just go with the thing. Just go with the full amount. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. All right, so now we are part of the 0.1% of the people that play this game or have played this game who have taken the time to acquire the minor achievement by collecting 10,000 of every item that you can get with a hand unit. It does kind of make me sad that I don't know what it was that I was missing. But there's nothing I can do about it. This was horrible. It's flying around collecting. It wasn't. I'm being a baby when I'm saying that it's horrible. So, keep that in mind. I'm being a little baby. Hungry, angry baby. But, it wasn't bad at all. Just wasn't the most fun thing to do in this game. Did I come out? Well, first off, I got the achievement that I wanted, so yay. Second, I've got tons and stuff of materials. I won't have to mine things for a month, and I can start producing the hell out of some stuff. I made a buttload of money too by selling a lot of these items that I'm making that I had access over, so we could still do that. We crossed the 1 million Solari mark, and we did it without being a douchebag by offering, ridiculous prices. So, technically, besides the fact that it kind of blew flying around and collecting um, these kind of materials in such great quantities. That's really the only negative that we had. And it's not really all that much of a negative, you know? So, being on this side of the achievement, of course it's bad. Hey, yeah, I've been thinking about it yesterday, the day before. Like, good God, how much of this stuff do I have to collect? It was really nice Sunday night playing. I did play a little bit after I got back from our convention, and it was nice to not go around and mine anything because, oh, I couldn't do it anymore. So, break it up. That's what I would suggest. So, what we're going to have to do now is we are going to disseminate the materials that we have in those upper boxes, and put them out where they belong. And we'll make some more materials that we could come up here and sell back at the auction house. Seems there's a market for it because everything we put up so far has sold. Can't see myself going choo-choo crazy. I think I needed that, but just in case. But yeah, you know, I mean, we could raise our prices up and be hardcore about it, but nah. I'm just trying to get this stuff out of my base. Where you at? Where you bad guys at? Well, now you guys want to yell at me? Yep, you gone, sister. Oh, hi. Now we will drill shot you in the face. That was not your face. I'm sorry. That one was. Douchebag. And now we can pick stuff up again. That should have gotten us all of them that we need. Where are you? Where are you? So we need 100 more. So we need to kill 5 more of these guys. Yes, we'll have to do it. It's the Landsraad. One of these Landsraad requirements was for sand trout leathers. Where's that? And the reason I bring it up is because since I have been waging war against these guys, this was a good one too. Carbide straps. I get a lot of those from here. Oh, I gotta get the box that's up there. What am I running away for? One of these things said sand trout leathers, right? Yes. There it is. Right up there. The only issue is there was nothing here that I was really excited about. I have tons and tons of sand trout leathers from killing these guys. Anytime it comes up here and it says diamond dust, carbide scraps, the sand trout leathers, or steel suit tubing, I am loaded up on that. So, but it's a shame there really wasn't anything on here that I was super awesome excited about. That's good. I didn't go too far. Like 6. It's nice. So we're gonna kill a few more of these guys. 5 more at least. And that'll be it. And then we're ready for a reset. I think the best place to kill these guys is gonna be just go right up the middle here. This place will bring me in exactly where we want to be. anytime you see these steps, I think I've gone over that before. You come down these steps, and you're looking for that thing, whatever those little boxes are. Because right on the other side, there's going to be a chest just sitting out in the open. Two guys are going to spawn. We're just going to go kill them real quick. Alright. So yeah, we got that box. And then we're going to run straight across the street here. Should be two bad guys on this side too. Oh, went a little too quick on it. Hey! Some more sound trout leather. See what I'm talking about? Then there'll be a chest here. And now we're going to go kick the hornet's nest, which is down there in the sacrificial area. From what I understand, I'm pretty sure that all these bodies and all these people, they're Fremen. Because these guys don't like the Fremen, so they were really nasty to them. Let's see. There's some guys that are walking around with heavy guns, but you're going to get a shield, so we're going to kill you. Shoot you. Oh. Ah, there's so many people with shields down there. I don't think I need them. We're going to grab this chest and this one. Let's hit the Landsraad. Why not? 759. So we've got at least enough for our little 1,000 or 10,000 Solari. Of course, I just got 1,000,000 from the market, so why am I worried? But and that's it. So now we're going to head back to the base. Yay, we won. Look pretty badass, actually, coming up the hill on that. Give it credit. Could go in the cave there, but nah. So we had ourselves a wonderful weekend game. We solved the mystery of Miner. There are a lot of people that were saying that it's bugged and it's not working. We can attest. I'm sorry. We can attest to this. That yes, it is working. We just got it. Super stoked. Now that, of course, changes the potential plans for the rest of this week, because if this didn't work, we were definitely going to have to go deep deserting, go for Stravidium and titanium. But yeah, I would love to know which ones. I'm going to say there was two. I'm going to think that granite we did not collect a whole ton of, and it's quite possible that granite could have been over the 7,500 mark. Iron might have been, but I really doubt it. Same thing with carbon. Plastone, I don't think so. Wouldn't surprise me at all if the fuel cells or the salvage metal were some of the issues. And it also is quite possible that aluminum was. Like I said, once I got the buggy, man, we were just going to town. And Eastern Shield Walls, where we got all of our plastone and all of our aluminum. So it is quite possible that any one of those. If I was going to put money on it, I would think the granite was one. I would think the salvage metal was another. It's possible the fuel cells, but I don't know. But yeah, doesn't matter though, because we got it. Just took a little bit of organization, some math, and technically about 4 hours worth of work. But we made a bunch of Solari selling the stuff that we made, and it's an achievement that not a lot of people had. I would suggest that you play the game. Just play the game. Don't worry about that achievement until you're well into the game. And, you know, you're looking for things to do. That's when I would start to worry about that achievement. All the other stuff, you know, with like the using the hunter seekers, those are just little fun things. It's only 25. The litany of fears only 25, etc. Things like this, take 1,000 drinks from your canteen, or mining 10,000, or killing 500 of the enemy troops. Those are tasks when you're looking for something to do. So that would be my advice to you. Don't focus on miner. Don't worry about it until you're just sitting here one day going, man, I got nothing to do. I was like, you know what? Let me go mine a bunch of crap. And like I said, I chose to go at it where I was getting everything in Hagga, betting on the fact that I'd done enough hand gathering with the out in the deep desert, and I was right. I, I'm not real proud of it. It's not like I'm gonna get T-shirts made about that. It makes sense. I have got so much crap out there. I can't believe that that would have been an issue. Like 3 or 4 weeks of solid deep desert with a ornithopter. But yeah, so it's done. We got quite a few good things on the Landsraad. We're still going to be looking for pincushion gloves, and then that will complete all the armor sets that we were looking for. We still have some DLC stuff to finish. We're going to make some changes to the base. Like I said, it's going to be a hell of a task, but yeah, we're probably going to end up lifting the base height one more time so we can make a bigger hangar. That way we aren't banging the crap out of everything when we're flying in and out of here. There we go, folks. So I will see you on Wednesday. We should be back to the 6 p.m. time, so things will go back to normal. And this feels good. Feels good. It feels good to get it done, and it also feels good not to have to do it anymore. That makes sense. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Celebrate. We made 1,000,000 Solari, and we got a incredibly rare achievement completed. So that's what I call a good night. We're going to sleep well tonight. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up. All those things are very helpful and greatly appreciated. Leave comments. I've answered pretty much every comment I've ever gotten, to be honest. So love to interact and always out to help. If you're on the same server as I am, give me a shout out sometimes. See if maybe if you need anything that I've got, we're happy to share. Well, to a certain degree, you know. I get my carry-all T6 stuff, but you get the idea. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you out there. Take care.